Hello, we are interviewing Rate McNaught, a past employee of the Brisbane Hilton Hotel. So, first question first. How has glass technology affected our way of seeing the world, would you say?
I think it's very important, it's very vital because it's in every building, every house that we see. And so I feel like if the glass isn't right, then it's like if it doesn't bring out the best in a view, or if it's coloured or something like that, it can affect the way that we see things. It's kind of like a church. Like if you have stained glass windows, it can either emphasize something or attract from something.
Okay, thank you. Next question. How has glass, because it's such an ancient technique, but it's still used today, how would you say that has a futuristic aspect? Would you agree or disagree with that statement?
I think I definitely agree. I think everything's always progressing, even though it's ancient. It's always going to progress, like bricks and clay. You know, people are always coming up with new ideas on how to utilize the element, and so I really think that there's more to come with glass. I don't think that it will stop anytime soon.
Okay, thank you. Next question would be, what would you say the sign value or the word associations with glass would be for you personally?
Um, when I think of glass and like its sign value, I think of like churches immediately because I've always loved stained glass windows. I also think of buildings in the city because they're just it's just glass, like they're basically just buildings made out of glass, like windows, and I love a good view.
Okay, thank you. Would you say that the glass in the Hilton Hotel is a major factor?
Yes, actually, I would because I worked behind the scenes and also in front of the guests themselves. Like I was a housekeeper at first, and then I moved up into events. And the restaurant itself is a major. Um, it's majorly surrounded by glass. Like it's when you walk into the hotel, the restaurant is situated in. Well, it depends where you come in the door, I guess, but it's fenced off by glass, and so it creates this illusion that it's really big, but it's actually not. So like I think that it's a clear player, and it's also it does soundproof as well. So I think it has like more than two different functions, and so that's really good. But yeah, I really like it because it makes it feel very open. And the hotel itself has an atrium that goes straight down the middle, so like it has a hole in the building, and the glass makes that even bigger.
Okay,
Like makes it feel bigger.
that's pretty interesting. Thank you. Like, how did you interacted with the glass because you had to clean it and you're always around
Right?
it?
Yeah.
Was there any other cases?
The pool was fenced off by glass as well.
Okay.
So again, it creates that illusion that um, there's no restrictions, I guess. I hated cleaning it because it was always like smudging. So in that way, like it was easy to clean, but like it was just annoying, I guess. But like it was definitely created that environment and also that element of sophistication as well.
Do you have any other thoughts or opinions about glass in the
Um,
Hilton?
in the Hilton, yeah. Well, as I'm thinking back to where I see glass in the Hilton, I also think of the elevators. They're completely glass, so it also gives that really cool something to look forward to when you go to the Hilton. You can see the whole atrium of the building when you go up to your room. Especially in the presidential suites, I also see glass being used throughout the bathrooms. Like instead of having a shower curtain or a dodgy door, it's just a sheet of glass. There isn't actually a door per se to the shower itself. It's just a sheet of glass, and so that also creates that really nice open vibe in the bathroom. Um, and yeah, and the windows are stunning. They're not floor length windows, but they give that element of the view, which is what a hotel is. They want you to see the view. Um, I think in the Hilton on the Gold Coast, their balconies are also glass as well, and so it does give that illusion that there is a big space, but in reality that's not that big. But yeah, I think as I've seen in other hotels, they also have glass bottom pools on like decks, and that's something different as well. Where they've used glass to create something of an attraction, I guess, for the guest. But the Hilton doesn't have a glass bottom floor pool, as far as I know. But I know the Mantra at South Bank does.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you for that info. One last question. Why do you believe that the Hilton Hotel is constructed so much with glass opposed to timber or concrete or any other material? Why do you think that's the primary face of the Hilton?
I think when people think about glass, they associate that with like a higher standard. So if you just had like a really nice carved out timber door, it's kind of cool, but you see that on houses. But if there's a glass door, especially leading into the conference rooms, it's all glass. And I feel like people that are going to a Hilton, especially because they are paying so much, they expect the facilities to be on point, of a high standard as well. And I think that glass creates that standard. I've even been to the Hilton down in the Gold Coast. I did a couple of days training down there, and they have glass everywhere, and it's beautiful, and the craftsmanship is stunning. Sometimes they have patterns on the glass, but with the business meeting rooms, the conference meeting rooms in the Hilton, Brisbane and the Gold Coast, they are just plain glass. So it does create that element of sophistication. It also detracts from privacy, but I feel like a business meeting, you don't need that as much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your answer to that question. That's all the questions we have for today. Thank you very much for your input. Once again, past employee of the Brisbane Hilton Hotel.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening.
No worries.